Hello, my friends. We're back for the 6th Sunday of Ordinary Time. We're halfway through February, and we are just a couple of days away from Lent, where we start our journey towards Easter. And so we hear one more story from the Gospel according to Mark, and Jesus does something pretty remarkable in this story. A reading from the Gospel according to Mark. A leper came to Jesus, begging him and kneeling, and he said to him, "If you choose, you can make me clean." And moved with pity, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him and said to him, "I do choose. Be made clean." And immediately the leprosy left him, and he was made clean. After sternly warning him, Jesus sent him away at once, saying to him, "See that you say nothing to anyone, but go show yourself to the priest and offer for your cleansing what Moses commanded as a testimony to them." But the man who was healed went out and began to proclaim it freely and to spread the word, so that Jesus could no longer go into a town openly, but stayed out in the country, and people came to him from every quarter. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. A couple cool things happen here. First of all, it's a little bit strange that this happens immediately in Gospel of Mark. It happens immediately after last week's reading, where Jesus healed a number of other people. He went away to a place to get some rest, and then he said, "Let's go on to the neighboring towns." So we can presume that if he goes from Simon's house to the neighboring towns and encounters this leper along the way and heals this man right there. The man comes and believes that Jesus could do it. He's heard the stories that this guy is going around healing people, and he's like, "I need you. I need to be healed. And if you are willing, I know you will." And Jesus says, "I am willing." And he touches him. That's something really important. This man, this leper, was unclean, impure. Okay, he would have been cast out of the cities. He wouldn't have been able to participate in any public life. Couldn't go to the markets, couldn't go to church. And yet, what does Jesus do? He approaches him, and this man is kneeling at his feet, and Jesus touches him and heals him. Jesus would have been rendered unclean. Jesus would have been rendered invalid, no longer able to preach and teach and heal in the temple as a rabbi, because he was in contact with this leper. But Jesus disregards all of that. He knows that it's more important that this man in faith came to him, and Jesus meets him there and says, "You're healed." And then Jesus just goes on his way. But he says something to him very interesting. He says, "Don't tell anybody." Shh. Because Jesus knows that it's going to be overwhelmed, and he's not there yet. He just wants the people who find him. He's willing. But at this point, he doesn't want to be a spectacle. He doesn't want to be a sideshow. He's humble, right? We might think of this like, "Come on, let's go," like spread the word. But it's coming, because this man that was healed, even though Jesus said, "Don't tell anybody," it's the first thing he does. He goes and tells everybody. Okay? It's the excitement of meeting Jesus, the real person, and the miracle of being healed. His life is turned around. Outside in this week. He meets us in all of the places that we feel rejected, every dark place, every ugly place. Jesus meets us. He says, "I'm willing. And if you're willing, I'm there." And when he meets us and we say yes, and we give him our faith, our life, there's no stopping us, and we can't help but tell the world how awesome Jesus is. God bless you guys. See you next Sunday.